say a day what dog can one, and EJ can one, the dear Rishimua,
One the 5 grade is go 6
on no day.
Since the days of Baba Yara, we've been there. Ghana Premier League is back again. Since the days of Shamokwe, we've been there. Mohamed Division 1 League is back again. Since the days of Abeta Saki, we've been there. Women's Premier League is back again. Since the days of Asamoah John, we've been there. We've been there. Ghana Premier League is back.
Okay, good evening. Yasa babyum ene Ukwada, that's Wednesday, 1st of February 2022. Yede nyame ase se neso yasa betina akondwemu ayede the authentic corner sports edi brebe obibia o hwe ye wo Facebook nti ya hwefo yesremo na intentem so na mako Facebook na ma subscribe na ma like na ma share send ya munuanu ma omo echi ni so omo betumi enya ahwe ewo Facebook ne so send America no ene eye kwanten kro mi amiti edwemo medin edi Memuna Mohammed obetumi afrem mm or m squared mi na mitinemu edi the presentation of authentic corner sports edi abre yahwefo omo wo Facebook intentem so na mako ene then eda bama so yesremo ene ya late kakra wo hwe time na is almost 7:30 and 7:30 krampo apa ha onim say ene AFCON quarterfinals egusu ekoso say abobe 30 minutes between Burkina Faso and Senegal obia entumi entu atena inti sa wo hwe sa game na wana na ebetumi a progress accord to the semi-finals of the competition between between Burkina Faso and Senegal. Sansu na eneye bisa onim say Accra House of Folk etumi assign Sule Ali Muntari. Ye bisa o Accra House of Folk na musi omo ye project bi that's Kadem Young. Na Sule Muntari yenim say owo above 38. Inti Sule Muntari obelanti ni career asa ko back ana se obebo long term edima Accra House of Folk eyasen bisa na sa wo hwe Sule Muntari ebetumi aboa Accra House of Folk project na ena yesen bisa sa wo hwe omo midfield ni so a se why na Sule Muntari ebe bench no because Sule Muntari de minim say ompini say obetina bench because hu authentic sports ye remu a ya komu ya domu esuko kire say ono oba say obenya first 11 abo inti sa wo hwe midfield na omukura Ishao Abu omukura Salim Adams omukura Aglasin Awako omukura so many of them into why na etina bench for Sule Ali Muntari abonebo sansu na omu tu kwan ya onu say Sule Muntari a special player yet omo kire say Sule Muntari be mani treatment different and now oni other House of Folk players no ebetina dying bakumu ni na ye asembisa ye bisa sa okokoma say Asante Kotoko so a insem so ekoso onim say omo wa players bi a entebia na omo ko sign omo e free under division 2 ni division 1 ampa omo ba Kotoko no na afa ama omo na entity authentic sports yet ni say most of the players say omo nya contract eko enti na ya amponsa the CEO hwe say obetumi anya replacement e dia masa nkrofo no say already Joseph Amuako ye ni papers say o Nigeria o proceeding ni papers obetumi ewremu o Sweden enti say ano omo per replacement of Joseph Amuako enu na ye titi say Usman Ibrahim working Faisal onu say na ye Kumasi Asante Kotoko property no omo de loan ni Markin Faisal enti omo try Markin Faisal say omo player back for the second round of the league enti yesremu sa in same way na ye behwe yedi ehun imuaye ana enu pupo edi abre obi bia ohwe ye the authentic corner sports inti yesre mu se mukọ Facebook na insem a ye de atu bama so no one medi kai ka say enne the quarter finals of the AFCON kosu between Senegal and Burkina Faso sansu na the relaunch of Sule Muntari ewa Accra House of Folk sansu na Kumasi Asante Kotoko players na nana ya ponsa isa ni omo no endu 1 year crown po bebre san ko ebeboa Kumasi Asante Kotoko ana emboa omo intini na ye mo betumi di magin tre aba on Facebook na bibia etumi akoso enti yeba yekonum nsu a yeba yedi nsem no ebeto omo so.
Brilliant work down the right hand side, a step over or two, and when the cross came in just on the edge of the 6-yard box, there was no one inside except Samuel Afom straight in the back of the net, and that's 1-0. Mahatma Otu, creator of the goal, did extremely well. Got past.
Okay, yasan bebium. Na me catch mu say na me ye project be on the GFA and the ministries. Me ye part 1 2 3 and na me go 4 so. Yahwefo still the bantam between the GFA and the your friend is saying and the ministry is still ongoing. Ministry anam I for the government Epe Chris Heaton, former Brighton Albion Rovers manager. GFA su Epe Oto Ado. Se government Epe se tre GFA se ye na ye tua coach ka. And Efe su Epe se tre ministry say you can't interfere into our affairs. From CAF, government cannot interfere into our affairs. And yes, as a government interfere, ade ebeba ni se ebeba ni Ghana. What you say so inti GFA ni ministries no yesremo montina se na monhwe bibi bia enkoyie ana ento etima monhwe say Chris Histino say Otuado never boy for the short term way because just in March not less than a month ye World Cup playoff ye be play against Nigeria na se sia the way ye team ni no shake inti yehwa ye betumi akobo playoff yi etumi qualify court to the World Cup na ayesembisa ninina ebe free the cordial relationship between the GFA and the ministry na me bo parliamentarians ni yesremu adabraka mo hawo ne sen parliamentarians mo hawo ne sen honorable Asaiche Mensah Bonsu majority caucus muti parliament na mo decide edi ama GFA na mo parliamentarians ye patra mo say na ye betena na ebometi a mo ma de crampo ye mobo keke parliamentarians o say chairman sabus upesu aso for so many years what na parliament for how many years ni so who ko pass aso a even last even this year vote e was say bi mo ko gina wane no mo who abeg asada utumi enya sa seat no because no mubu efu nini na ase umboa omo na se mo betumi abetina parliament na mo kire GFA ade odo GFA ade omo ye ne enye sometime no omo ye bibia ade ekoso no enye what you say but the ministry and the parliamentary you cannot decide for the FA. You cannot decide for the FA. Already muti parliament ni kura den ekoso wo ho mutu ho ntokon hu na aka mo per DMs yemfa we mbra na we nya nyachafa na we nya nyachafa na mutu ho na Ghana akọ tournament ni akobo shambolic football ni aba den na wose moye you sit with the GFA na mo jojo den enkoye den ekoye What you say? Sane was say yeah, but you cannot decide, you cannot force the F. Okay, now somebody coach Yiba. Now you can playoff we now far. Whom do you put the blame on? Whom do you put the blame on? What you say? So the ministry and now the government, Yes, Ramu, the first gentleman of the land. So what in same way you need to call the two parties and settle them. Because at the no a be higher football mean Ghana now and the Ghana you better for so many years. For so many years, you to me and Kobo World Cup and I to me Africa Cup of Nations. Just around the corner next year, another AFCON. Babyum. What I say, another AFCON. Babyum. So it is a on which coach they decide. Is it on Chris Hitton or is it Otto Addo? Now, omo the affairs, almost steer the affairs, almost pe Otto Addo. Mo the ministries and I got munje omo no mo kofa. Na omo kofa na esa backfire. Ohonum na yebe fire. Yebe sa fire omo. Man asesi ano mo government. Mo titiri coach. Edi so ana mo di titiri omo kon a. Na adi ko backfire. Omo enyamo. Weka say ha say ye kan. Ye kofa Otto Addo na mo ka say mo kofa Chris Hitton. Na den na aba. Hwe our national team no Ghana Blasters no enye ye o. Se sa na mo hu na. Say ye kwahye Nigeria akọ playoff. Ene mo sisa madwen. Ene mo sisa some mentality na ye were history over Nigeria. Ye were history over Nigeria. Charlie, we need to sit. Nigeria team no a very strong team. Although history do counts in soccer and now in football. But se ya na ye kwa. And as se ya na se sack team way na esa di kobo Nigeria. And ye say omo begu ye ni masi. Because the Comoros, a population of 1 million. No more to me embarrass here. Then Nigeria, ye Canada. So yes, Remo, the GFA and the ministry, and now the parliamentarians and the GFA. Now they say you know who which is which. Say government ne kwa kofa coach o. Say parliamentarians ne kwa kofa coach o. Say one ne kwa kofa coach o. Nini na ye hu ano. It won't be in country say she enkoso, she koso between the FA and the ministry. It is Remo. Montinas na mon Georgia with the FA. Because from the CAF rules, say government cannot interfere in the work of the FA in any soccer nation. This idea actually so. Some kai yoko. Yes, interfere government interfere into the FA in some semono. Then they see the banners. So are we learning? Yes, we are dear. Mimi who say yes, we are due still. Na government sa interference na mo yen mo be jamunjai. Ya titiri o man na mamu se mo nhwe so. O man ni enkoyie both the parliamentarians and the ministers. And why mo nhwe so na mo ye mo ejuma na mo ndia football ejuma ma omo. Football is not your field. Your field is to go to the parliament and implement. That's what we voted for you people. Not to come and sit in parliament and be deciding for the FA. No. Most of you, mo dina ho, mo ka insem etire FA no den na mo aye wo mo peso aso. And then we can count many of you. Many of you. You've done nothing in your area. And the people are crying, calling on you people. But you come and sit in parliament discussing about football. Yanka se mamu discussing football because musumutu attacks. But baby I hear football, yeah catch mun say you can't interfere into our affairs. Mun to me and titiri coach and from my Debbie. That's not your job for the parliamentarians. Yes, Remo. With the lives of Akmaedu, with the lives of Haruna Idrisu, with the lives of Osai Chairman Sabo Sumo, we beg of you. You people should sit and think of the Moyi Levis Ninyama. Because they see our money bro. We are suffering. So you people need to go and sit in parliament and implement what is better for Ghanaians. Not to come and sit and be deciding for FA and now mu deciding coach, mu the Black Stars of Ghana and the senior national team. That's on your field. We beg of you, you people need to be professionals in your professions. Your profession is to go and sit in parliament and implement where it's necessary or where it's due. So we beg of you people. We are tired of you going to the parliament and discussing about football, which even you know nothing about. Please leave the work for the FA to do. Yours is to back them. Yours is to give them the necessary equipment to work with it. So we beg you with the national team. You say you qualify to the World Cup. Now, the first gentleman of the land, His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo. A bet something on your image. Say, if for the second time you are not going to the World Cup. Say NDC for us, say, Omako World Cup 2, Mumako Baku 2 against 1. That's what they're saying. So what are the MPP government doing for Ghana? Yentuminko the second Yentuminko World Cup, and then Yentuminko playoff, Yentuminko World Cup. But you are here quarreling with each other, fighting each other, just because of coach. Wait away, and a year day. Me matikura pose sacrifice no kura wabe touch it down. Ama yedi no kura pa ko flaster fouls. Say onko chechi amanfo. How will you do that? Why? And then say bibi eniwa eyeshia and do that. So udi aduane si jaso opa bom u si free jane so na udi suwa ebejo. So we need to sit and think for the betterment of our nation. Yeba ko has in semnuso. So, yedaswa eti inkonwiamo edi the authentic corner sports me call the quanti crow. Aha, miti consonate for short. What you see aha ni ekoni sa kakra. Monim say Accra House of Folk Sule Ali Muntari etumi assign contract edi ama Accra House of Folk, but say short term because relaunching the career edi ahwe ni how far. But Accra House of Folk adabraka obi anka say Sule Muntari is not a good player. Sule Muntari we used to know was a very good player. He used to be a very good player. But say yimbisa ye hu say is Sule Muntari an active player? League na ye bono Sule Muntari betumi abo ana yetiti o okọ Legon ekoye training, but could that be the solver for Sule Ali Muntari? So we Ghana Premier League say young guys now do so mo omo do be true mi kasa na wakomate. So Sule Muntari is also saying say on ba say obetena bench o obenya first 11 abo. So Accra House of Folk mumfa bibimbra na mon kire ye the reason amusani Sule Ali Muntari. baby I am de say Sule Muntari esa be relaunching the career ewa Accra House of Folk. It will give us the marketing wise. Because from Endra Sule Ali Muntari ebe signing ma Accra House of Folk. So we share the Italian paper, so we share England, so we share here. O to me say news ni trendy. That's a professional footballer for you. Everybody knows Sule Muntari, what he can do in Ghana football or what he can do in soccer. But see, and Yebisa say, is he active to play? Has he trained with the team for long? Accra House of Folk, you've not told us any reason behind signing Sule Ali Muntari. So Usha Brochimaimwa, almost signing player above 37, above 38. They give us reasons why they signed this player. Why he's playing for short term, whilst he's playing for long term. So sometimes we people should learn. Ghana, it seems we're still not learning. You sign a player just like that without giving us reasons, without giving the press any briefing. Say Abrochira almost sign Bibi to say Ibrahimovic. They sit the press down. They tell the press why they sign Ibrahimovic, what Ibrahimovic will give them, the terms that they sign Ibrahimovic. Is it short term? Is it long term? Sule Ali Muntari, he cannot play House of Folk forever. He came to relaunch his career, at least to go back to Europe to play. And we've seen so many of them. Bafoja Neba Kotoko, Asamoah Eko Legon cities. What you say? So many of them. And how are we, the supporters, how are we going to welcome Sule Muntari? Because that will make him happy playing for Accra House of Folk. Yes, Ramo, with this team, with this Accra House of Folk and Kumasi Asante Kotoko, when you are not playing well, you see them at the braka in Ga language. Ofane, onye, the umamini nyama, that everything basa. You go to Accra Sports Stadium, the players playing, they don't play well, they sit at the back, they sit in their stands, insulting players. And you know the temperament of Sule Ali Muntari. He doesn't take that nonsense, excuse me to see. Sule Ali Muntari was that Akumana, yano, obetumi Afri Park, so abe bowa so was standing on no enfano ho. That's Sule Ali Muntari for you. So are we asking, is he a changed person? That Sule Muntari bona bibi anko yena supporters started you and kofa problems and break team na. Players no so ati asese omuni players omuni Sule Muntari ebesi akaya na. Because when you playing with Sule Ali Muntari, it gives you the players the motivation. Because Sule Ali Muntari says, "Onu yashi wakra House of Folk ho." This onu krampo esen che House of Folk ska. Because he has the money. Nipa wabo Portsmouth, Nipa wabo Sunderland, Nipa wabo Inter Milan. So many of the Indonesia, so many clubs in Europe. He's done marvelously well. Marvelous, so marvelous. So with this kind of players, when they come into our league, we need to at least welcome them. Give them the necessary hope that you can make it, you can play and relaunch your career back to Europe. And you be able to me and sa kumani say, we are called ball wo Europe and Nisika, no asamba back to Ghana, so be relaunching the career. It's not easy. It is who players movie. Almost 30 yes sir. Then it's a plus for even our local league. It gives us the marketing wise, it gives us the mileage. Say even Sule Ali Muntari Ghana Premier League. Premier League. Say na akwa to say Sakura League here sponsorship and that's we say even say odi o proposal eco company bia at least omuni will bet nas because they've heard Sule Muntari coming back to play, so they sit you down at least to at least even hear of you, because omuni say Sule Muntari will give them that marketing wise, and then no say enya intro Sule Muntari playing for Accra House of Folk for supporters to come and watch. It gives us the mileage, it gives us the marketing wise, it gives us money. So please, we beg of you, the supporters, let's welcome him. Let's give him the necessary courage. Sule Muntari already call courage need that. Then krana obesa amano. Or no, ni skin ni very thick. That's Sule for you. So we beg of you. Say Accra House of Folk supporters, mum welcome Sule Ali Muntari. No ntimi ball ye and for mamo. So quarterfinals no egusi ekwoso between Burkina Faso and Senegal, and it's still goalless in the first half. And say 6 minutes of added time na omo bo very soon omo beko break na omo the second half no aba is still goalless between Burkina Faso and Senegal. Yaba yahwefo messages na mudi aba no yebe kinkan e di amam yeba sisia. First half of the quarterfinals between Senegal and Burkina Faso ni etumi abewiyen still is 0-0. Mudi call water break and now first half normal samba second half no. In 10 terms so say na kan ye no ya hwefo mudi messages about in 10 terms so ye kind e di amamo. West Corner Radio, Sule to relaunch his career. I don't see anything positive about this. Jan couldn't even make the difference. What about Sule? Yusuf Bansa. We say Senegal will walk over Burkina Faso. I support Street Lord John Kumoji, watching you live on Facebook. Thank you very much. Sule in House of Folk team is to rebrand the Ghanaian Premier League. Kofi Osei Kufuor from Kumasi. If government can't intervene into GFA affairs, then who did the president of Guinea intervene in the Guinea's national team? Oh, give us a break, Usman Ali. Are you sure? Monko interfere, mo be hu ban. Ade unim rules na. Usman Ali me pacho koridi article ne ye wate. Aha. Already the GFA, the government has no right to interfere into the GFA affairs. So we need to make sure. We say I support the government if the GFA is an independent organization. The government doesn't have to pay any coach because we don't understand this issue. Philip Hammond from London, watching you live. The attending school don't know how painful the payment of school fees is. The GFA has misled Ghanaians more and more because they are those who pay themselves and the football club John Theory. I think it's time for GFA board to start paying coaches. We've been depending with Said Muftau. We've been depending on the GFA to choose the coaches until we don't get the results. Why not trying other way? What other way are you trying of? Please, I need... Hey, Adi, producer we see he needs a job in your company o nti money for application bra we say Street Lord Ghana, if Otto Addo becomes the coach, would the GFA pay him? That's the question, a multi-million question. Where a beauty nice or see having my wife back has brought great joy to me in my life. This is one thing that I have always wished for in my life, and getting it so easy through the help of Dr. Bishop Asalom was the greatest surprise that I received. I must confess that Dr. Bishop Asalom has the great powers to rescue people from heartbreak, and this can be done by contact. Street Lord Ghana, 100% sure, bro. Where you Said Muftar or see if the government have no power over Black Stars team, then the GFA should pay coach. It's simple. Are you sure? Where you Bamigbe Oladipopo Moses updates on what, please? Where your Octamons Prime, Street Lord Ghana, you sure? Street Lord Ghana, where say Senegal will walk over Burkina Faso. For now, that's the messages that is on board. It's almost time, but still, Kumasa Sanchiko to consem kakra. Nana Yamponsa, Nana Yaw Amponsa. You doing a great job. You doing marvelously great job. Na adabraka. Work of our players aba. Not less than a year. Not less than 6 months. What grumi omo they performing. Adena autumn players no. Adena autumn players no Nana Yamponsa. You keep selling players, you still bringing new ones. How are they going to gel? And you tell us just next year you're going to play CAF if you are able to win the league. Is that how we make team? Is that how we build team? Say no we parade squad. Now the next moment 2 or 3 months, now what to ebimu, now what sign the new one abeshemu. How are they going to gel? Nana ya pose ni na ye bo abasu. But with this, the adabraka. With this adabraka, you are saying you've gotten sponsorships, and sometimes Kotoko supporters normally help when it comes to donations. Virtual Seat Challenge, Kumapim Group, Wine Group, they always donate. You've gotten more than 14 sponsorships on your jersey. So why the rush? Hwe Nana Yamponsa, baby our massive points we doing one. Baby our massive points because na last year mo ye na mo lead gap. Mo train sa till Accra House of Folk be catch mo up and Accra House of Folk be say mo on the G League. Now you can't see this time round and catch a league we Kotoko mo ntumi nje. Na kana Nana Yamponsa hwe ye ni na ye betina consolate ni amana na fire. Because you've gotten the brighter future to win the league. So why the sudden rush? More top players now kohin. So Nana Yamponsa, you doing a great job. You bringing sponsorship to the team. Because the Sakura sponsorship yenti. Even the board chairman inka, yenti the board ninka, yenti even the patron of the team. O24 say to abibu. So we beg of you people need to sit, at least think of players' exodus. Not that you're not playing the players' war. See how this team has been judged. When they play, you love it. They play for the coach because the coach is a psychologist. Matthias here. So Kumasa Santi Kotoko, we beg of you. at least when you are even selling not more than 5 players. But now better say where you ba. We don't make a team like that, or we don't make a club like that. When you go to El Halis, when you go to the Arab countries, internet they be almost share no. Because amu better your good player. No matter ko share in either CAF Confederation or CAF Champions League. Na mu share mo no mo gu onu ase, na mo G4, na mo G6. Enya mo ferry. So it's high time. Say you better nasi. Adrian. Say players exodus is becoming too much. The GFA should sit and make certain structures. Send a bit to me about players, almost salary. Because a player be ever mind way near Butuani year. Mindini say, or bear Nadrin say, or Kobe. Player be free Ghana, so Okobobo or Burkina Faso, Okobobo or Ethiopia, Okobobo or Libya. And then almost seeing with Bibia Basika, they pay the players well. So in TS Remo, Omudi any more football, no more ye football, na mu ye ni. Na yesu ye we chin, yesu ye betnas ni enkan fumo. Because when we make these players happy, they are the same players going to play for our various national teams. Na mi refi asemba ku na nyame adoma Friday hockey national team ma na government is serious in this country. Is very, very pathetic. When you hear some of these things, it's very, very pathetic. The way you people are treating these ladies. The way you people are treating these ladies is very bad though. You go to parliament, you only talk about the national team. And they are... Charlie. Yedibesi nyame ya aduma Friday. Nyame ya aduma Friday. Na hockey nsema medi beba no. Mi refi kra na nka nu krampo na medi start. But enkechi. Nyame ya adum Friday. Na nyame dum ye ne ensan betina console we tia. Asema e hye carpet na sini na